Hi everyone, this is Madhu Thakuria welcoming you to my Hi everyone, this is Madhu Thakuria. I am preparing for CA final exams and I wanted to use this opportunity to guide every student who is preparing for any exam that there is one most important tip that we need to keep in mind, and this will help you like anything to crack any exam. I am speaking from my own personal experience, and I guarantee 99% of the student may already know this, but they are not probably they are not applying this technique, right? And this technique is nothing but active recalling of the concepts that we have read. So this is the single most important thing that most of us forget to do when we are when we are just going through a lot of chapters that are unfinished for the exam, or we have most of the syllabus unfinished and maybe we just have we are just dealing with a humongous syllabus and while we are trying to prepare for any exam. So what happens, our first mind goes like, we have not prepared the syllabus, so let's start preparing it. And suppose we have just 2 months or 3 months left for exam, what we do, we just pick up our books and we try to cover, we just take a pen or highlighter and we try to read the concept, highlight the important points, and then we just move ahead. And in that entire process, what will happen, that we somehow we might be able to even read those 80% of the syllabus, and we feel like, yeah, we have covered it. And then the exam comes, and then we go and appear for the exam and we realize that we are not able to recall anything, or maybe we just know the concept, but the way we write it, our examiners are not giving us any marks, or they are not allotting good marks. The reason for that is because since the time you have studied it at first, no matter how well you have studied that concept, by the time you are going to give your exam, you are going to forget the most of the details that you have studied for it. And the reason that I have told is the active recalling part was missing during the entire process. So always, like, whatever, no matter, even if you are preparing for 60% of the syllabus, and if that is enough to clear your exams, for why I'm saying enough to clear, for example, your exam only have 40% passing marks, or suppose 50% passing marks, so in that way you can still clear your exam. But what will guarantee that you will get 50% marks just by studying 60% of the syllabus? The technique of actively recalling what you have studied on a timely basis, right? You can't just study and directly go for the exam, and you might not even have those concepts like very fresh in your mind, so you might not be able to recall anything, and you would think, yeah, ये तो पढ़ा हुआ है but याद क्यों नहीं आ रहा है, right? And that is because you never try to recall what you have studied. So again, for I'm emphasizing on just one thing. Whatever you have studied, suppose you are studying 5 different topics in the throughout your day, just sit for 1 hour and try to recall what you have studied. And I'll tell you how I do it, like, normally. So whatever I prefer to go to library for my studies, and I study approximately 9 to 10 hours in the library. Once I come back, I open my book, whatever subject I have read, and I'll just go through the pages and try to recall the keywords or the key sentences that I have highlighted. And these days I have made it to a habit that I live stream myself when I'm studying, and also when I'm recalling the points. So that helped me go through the concepts again. That helps me identify which keywords or key sentences I am not remembering, where exactly I'm mixing up the concept, where exactly I am forgetting the whole concept, so that I need to put extra hours to again read those concepts. So I focus on just my emphasis is that whatever I have studied, I have to make sure that I should be able to write that in the exam, and to achieve that I need to actively recall. So I am recalling it on the same day, then again in the same week I am going to recall that concept again, then in in next 10 days I'm going to do it again, then just before the exam I will be recalling that subject again. So even though I'm yet to clear 3 of my papers for the CA final, but rest of the papers that I have cleared in this entire course, because as you understand, the CA syllabus itself is humongous, and it is even for the rankers or even for anyone, it takes a lot of time and efforts to understand the concept, revise it thoroughly, then appear in the exam, clear it, and it's not easy at all, we all understand, and so are the most of the competitive exams in India. So how we can simply crack those exams, just by ensuring that whatever we are reading, it's not about the coverage that if we are completing 100% of the syllabus by reading, just by reading once or twice we are going to recall. No, it doesn't matter. Even if you are even if you have covered 80%, make sure that you have you have just decided to sit by yourself and try to revise and basically recall those concepts again and again in your mind, or maybe just say it loudly, so that it will give you assurance that you know that concept very well. So that is the most important tip, and I guarantee however you want to study, whatever the study tip or schedule or routine that you want to follow, you can follow, but must integrate this tip in your study. That is, in the end of your study schedule, after taking 1 or 2 hour of break for the day, sit with your book from which you have studied the concept, try to recall what you have studied, and immediately you will understand whether you have studied that concept nicely or not, whether you need to go through that concept again, whether you can recall everything, and just by 1 more or 2 revisions you will not be required to see the topic again for the exam. So make sure you are doing this, and let me know if this tip helps you in any way, by just writing a comment in the comment box. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.